Emotions equals energy in motion. When you create emotions, you will help them create this momentum. So we start with the subconscious level, okay? And for us to work on the subconscious level, فينا نستعمل above the point of choice technique. فينا نرجع للcore values to define it with them, للvision, للmission, للpurpose, why they exist, why their business exists. ننتقل على belief system. This is where you want to position their mindset. You can do it through assessments, like DISC assessment, like leadership assessment, like the level of education they had, and using those aha moments, those blind flashes of the obvious. After that, you move to goals. You can use the wheel of life to set goals. You can use the dream board, the vision board, the IVVM method for setting goals. You can help them in, I do مثلا بطبع ال 90 day action plan على A0 بلزقه بوجهن وبنعمل session just to set goals on a weekly basis. كل جمعة شو لازم فيها activities to reach those goals. These will help in setting goals, and when they visualize their goals بيصير في images، بيصير في شايفين الفراري قدامهم، شايفين البزنس is growing، شايفين they can do البي اتش دي تبعهم، شايفين بيقدروا ياخذوا هالفيكيشن تبعهم مع العائله. صاروا الايمجز قدامهم، وصارت هلا الايمجز is triggering emotions. To work on emotions, ask questions. How would you feel about إذا your spiritual wheel of life part طلع من 1 ل 7? What would that change in your life? Those type of questions. Tell stories. Use stories. Stories are very powerful in your coaching. Sometimes أنا إذا بدي أقطع message subtly ما أقول له أنت عم تعمل غلط، بخبره قصة، بخترع وقت قصة أو بستعمل قصة بكون أنا مرقت معي in another situation. You can use the formula for change. Dissatisfaction times vision plus first steps is greater than your resistance to change. So you work on the dissatisfaction. You ask questions to raise their dissatisfaction or to raise their vision so that they will take the first step. Then what يصير في emotions بيصير في energy of motion، بيصير في action، بيصير في traction على الأرض. فينا نستعمل 1 page plan 90 day plan تيصير في هالخلص locomotive بلشت week 1 week 2 week 3 قلعت. You can use their task list. You can use all the software that you want. It's not the tool, it's the approach to setting goals and setting task lists and achieving stuff. وفيها الكوميتمنت ستيتمنت. You can use the commitment statement ودائما تذكرون فيها. And do you remember انت you signed انه your commitment was 9/10 to the coaching program. قديش هلا عم نعطي commitment للبروجرام you think؟ بيقول لك okay I want to get back to 9. Then when you have this action, this traction, صار في momentum, صار في new habits, okay? And habits بدنا نخلقها by planning, by changing their time allocation, by doing time audits, by arriving to a default diary for them so they allocate new habits, good habits in their weekly schedule. Working with them to master their time by mastering planning, mastering delegation, mastering their self, okay? And committing to finding the time so that they can grow themselves or the business. I use also focus sheets. I have a focus sheet every week. They بنحط الفocus sheet. Next session, they have to answer and complete the focus sheet by telling me how was their focus on the week, what did they achieve, what were the challenges, قديش percentage كان البزنس they were motivated, تغير التيم تبعهم, they worked on marketing or they worked on something else. It's a focus sheet to keep them focused on the traction. And once you have the habits, you have that traction or the results, and you can use many approaches or notions or tools like plan, do, commit, act, or Kaizen for self-improvement and continuous improvement from the Japanese word, and putting testing and measuring. You test and measure stuff. You test and measure their leadership skills. You test and measure their executive skills. You test and measure their simple things like the number of leads that are generating if you're doing business coaching, the conversion rate, etc. We saw it in the 5 ways. Testing and measuring will materialize the results for them. So it's a cycle, okay? Whatever that cycle is, you have the tools, or you are going to create the tools that will help you take them from changing their mindset to driving their emotions so they can take actions. Okay, again, the next period, شو بدنا نغير؟ شو هن الجولز؟ بدك تروح من A، شو هي ال A؟ شو هي ال B؟ قد ايه الجاب؟ How you are going to breach this gap? What are the actions that you are going to take? What habits you have to change so that you reach the results?